Listen, learn, create your own destiny. Create the life you want. See the future, want the future, have it now. Welcome to the Manifest Change Podcast. And here's your host, Brooklyn Storme.
Hi, and welcome to another episode. Thanks so much for joining me. Our card today from the Louise Hay deck of cards says, loving myself unconditionally means accepting what is. In loving myself, I help create a world where it is safe for us to love each other. And I don't know why, but I just felt inspired to talk about that today. So thank you so much for listening. What example can I give you? I think perhaps the best way to explain this is there might be periods in your life where things aren't really going well for you. When it comes to law of attraction, one of the very first things that we learn about is the concept that like attracts like. So the idea is that whatever you're thinking or feeling, you're sending out to the universe energetically, and the universe is sending that back to you. So if I say, oh, I'm really bad at maths, then the idea is that I'm sending that vibration out to the universe, and the universe then sends it back to me and says, yep, you're bad at maths, and I don't do well in maths. In psychology, we call this the self-fulfilling prophecy. So it's same, but different. But the idea is that our beliefs are creating the reality. What we're experiencing on our internal world is showing up in our external world. So if your external world is showing you that you're in a relationship with somebody who's not respecting you, with somebody who's perhaps not respecting your time, maybe they're not respecting your money, maybe they're not respecting your body, maybe they're not respecting your friends, your work, whatever it is, maybe they're putting a lot of demands on you, maybe they're just not very nice to you. It could be in part because on the inside you're holding beliefs around your own self-worth as being less valuable than that of other people. So this is a really, really big topic, and it's probably worth maybe 10 episodes, and I'm not going to do it justice here, I'm sure, but the whole idea about beliefs is that they're so powerful. They become, in a way, a filter for us to edit information from the world around us. And it's really important that we have a filter, otherwise we'd just be overwhelmed. And, you know, when you're overwhelmed with information, of course that's not going to work out well for you. But having a filter helps us only tune in to what we want to hear, and that's based on our beliefs, kind of like how you tune into a radio. You know, there are lots of different stations and there's a lot of white noise and a lot of static. But if you believe you want to hear rock and roll, you're going to tune it to rock and roll, and you're not going to be aware of any of the other stuff because it's not going to be in your awareness. And it's kind of the same with this. If you believe you're not worthy, then what's going to happen is little things will start to manifest in your day, like I don't know, maybe somebody will give you a really nice compliment about your hair or about the clothes that you're wearing. Maybe they might compliment you on the job well done or something like that, give you some kind of positive feedback. I think if your initial reaction is to be dismissive of that, that could be indicative of something else going on. And it's really important that we understand this, because it's only through understanding what your beliefs are at the moment that you're going to be able to change them in order to change your filter and get new good things coming into your world. So, for example, I'll speak about myself. With everything that's been happening for me over the last 6 months, I've been doing so much, and I've got the book comes out this week, and got the Law of Attraction Institute launching its first course in January, which is super exciting. We've still got the practice going. I'm still seeing clients, still supervising people. I'm opening a shop when I'm in the mood to do that. I haven't been in the mood to take the photos yet. I've got stock all around the house. But there's so much going on, and I'm loving it, and I'm absolutely in my zone at the moment. And you've heard me in previous podcasts talk about, I think at the moment I'm in my masculine energy because I'm about the action, and other times I'm in my feminine energy because I'm about being creative. And I just have so much energy, and I have so much love to give people, and I have so much that I want to give people, because I'm feeling within myself at the moment like I accept myself. And I didn't always accept myself, but I accept myself now. And it's from this place of self-acceptance that I'm now able to freely give to others. And I can only describe this as being just surreal. I mean, I can't tell you what a good feeling it is to be able to give people information or knowledge or resources or love or attention or kindness, to just be kind and not even think about it, Okay, in Melbourne where I live, we've got trolleys at the supermarket, and with the trolleys you need to put $1 coin in them or a $2 coin in them. And in my area where I live, you get the money back when you return the trolley. And so most people love to go and get the money back. But I don't. I just leave it in the trolley. Now, it doesn't sound like a big thing to do, but I just think it's a nice thing to do, because there's been one or two occasions where I've gone to get a trolley and there's been a coin in there, and it's just been so well received because I didn't have a coin at the time. And so now, because that made me feel good and because I'm in a good place, of course I want to do things to make other people feel good as well. When I'm feeling good about myself, I can give more. I can be more present. I'm not worrying about things. I'm not sitting here with you now doing this podcast, but my mind is thinking about bills, or my mind is thinking about work tomorrow or anything like that. I'm completely 100% focused here. I can't be here giving and helping and teaching and sharing if my mind is elsewhere. And so this is one of the really fundamental things around beliefs, and we need to really appreciate just how powerful they are, because you know what? The opposite happens as well. So if you're in a really low place and you're experiencing feelings that aren't very nice, they're uncomfortable, maybe you're feeling things like sadness or resentment or anger, or sorry, Gabe is here with me, he's just having a shake, or mistrust or things like that. When you're in that place, when you're in that energetic space, I think it would be really, really hard to give. And I think if you really don't like yourself, I don't think it's possible for you to really be giving 100% to others. I think you're absolutely more capable of giving more of your best, more of your good stuff, more of the essence of you to loved ones when you feel good, when you like yourself, when you value yourself, when you're feeling worthy. So one of the things that I would suggest is an action step, and the action step would be perhaps looking at some self-care. When was the last time that you did something just for you? Now, I know a lot of us say, well, it's really selfish. I just can't justify having half an hour a day to myself. I can't justify having, 2 hours a week to myself, because if I do that, Brooklyn, I'm taking time away from my family and they really need me, or I'm taking time away from my partner or whatever it might be. But they're there having coaching, having counselling, because they're exhausted, because they're anxious now, because they can't sleep properly, because they can't focus anymore, because they're starting to forget where they put their keys, or they're getting overwhelmed going into the supermarket to get bread and milk, and now they can't remember which bread and milk they wanted, and they're overwhelmed by, the massive range that's confronting them in the aisle. I mean, this is how it goes. You have to do the work. Law of attraction isn't about just saying, I want $1 million and getting it. It's not about wanting physical, tangible things and just demanding that the universe provides them to you. It's not how it works. It's absolutely, I say 80%, but it's probably 90% an internal game. And so it is a matter of you looking at what you believe. And so investing time in yourself for half an hour a day or an hour every second day is by flow an extension of an investment into your loved ones. By you looking after yourself, you're nicer to be around because you're relaxed, you're less stressed, you're happier, you've had a break, you've recharged. And it's nice for you too because it breaks up your week or it breaks up your day. It gives you light at the end of the tunnel. You know you're going to get a break. And when you're doing that, you're also being a really good model for kids. You know, kids are looking up to adults all the time and they're internalizing everything that we're doing. And so if they see that you put importance on things like self-care, taking that time to do something to unwind or relax or refresh or recharge, then they're going to grow up, hopefully, with a similar mindset that this is normal and this is what you do. And of course, you have to have some time to yourself. It's absolutely acceptable to do that. So the action step this episode is absolutely going to be around thinking about your day, thinking about, do you engage in self-care? And I know some of you go to the gym. That's awesome. If you go to the gym because it relaxes you and because it makes you feel good, absolutely go. But if you're going there because you feel like you have to and it's a job and it's a chore, then there's resistance there. And, you know, that wouldn't count for me in terms of law of attraction anyway for self-care. Self-care would be, in an LOA sense, doing something that makes you feel happy, makes it, that's aligned with your true self, that's aligned with what you really want to do in that moment. So maybe you say, well, I'm just going to have half an hour from 8:30 till 9 o'clock at night. That's just my time. And you leave that time open and you choose what you want to do when it comes around to that time. And so maybe one night it might be you want to do some art and craft. Maybe you want to watch TV another night. Maybe another night you want to have a bubble bath. Maybe another night you want to call a friend and Skype them or, FaceTime them or something like that. So you can do different things. That's fine. Just go with what feels right for you at that time and take yourself away to a quiet space. Make up a fun little sign that says, do not disturb, and pop it on the door and let everybody know that that's just your time. And you know what? They're going to encourage it. Nobody's going to be upset because you've decided to, take half an hour for yourself. It's absolutely fine. I'm sure you encourage them to take breaks. And so it's fine for you to take breaks too. Okay, so I take breaks all the time. Well, for me, I really love driving, and I really, really love sometimes going the long way home or stopping off at the beach and taking a break that way. Other breaks that I have do include things like FaceTiming a friend or reading, and I've got some really good stuff that I'm reading at the moment, and I can't wait to share it with you in the future episode too, of course. And I love, love, love at the moment, what's the best way to say it? Like restyling the house. So for the last probably 4 or 5 weeks, I've been looking at restyling the house, and I've done 2 bedrooms now, and I've almost finished the decking out the back. So out the back, I didn't have much, but now I've got lots of pot plants, lots of cane furniture and a sofa and this, that and the other, and I've made it my own little boho sort of retreat at the back. It's gorgeous. So I take lots of breaks too. I'm still very, very productive, and I think it's because I take the breaks that I'm so productive, and I'm always in a good mood lately. Like, I can't remember last time I felt, really angry or upset or anything like that. So there are absolutely benefits to self-care, and it's not just law of attraction that has a really strong emphasis on self-care. I mean, if you're not, like attracts like. Okay, I've said it already, so I'm not going to repeat myself. But even in psychology, even in social work, it's the same. Everybody's going to tell you, even your doctor's going to tell you that self-care is really important. There's nothing woo-woo about this. It's just something you need to do for you. Anyway, guys, look, I will let you go. But before I do, I have written an affirmation for you today, and it's this. I am in the process of becoming my true self. All right? I'm in the process of becoming my true self. And the reason that I put this particular affirmation together for you is because it's all about loving yourself and accepting yourself and just being okay with yourself. You don't have to be madly in love with yourself. I'm not asking you to do that. But if we can just get you to a point where you say, do you know what? I really don't like my I really don't like my ankles, but I accept them. That's just me. If you can do that, that's fine. I have a finger. It's my ring finger, or on the wrong hand, where you put a wedding ring. It's on my right hand. And when I was 9 years old, an Alsatian/German Shepherd bit it off at the knuckle. And I was so upset about it that I remember thinking nobody was ever going to marry me because I don't have this finger now for the ring, and it really looks so bad and looks so ugly. And for a very long time throughout my childhood, I used to go to great lengths to hide my hand so nobody could see my finger. And you know what? The whole time it turned out that this was just in my head. Nobody had ever actually noticed my finger or commented on my finger or anything like that. When I got older, I started, kind of confiding in people that I had this dodgy looking finger, and people were sort of really nonplussed about it. They were kind of saying, yep, so we've all got something. And they were right. Everybody does have something. And now, I'm totally fine with how that finger is. But I used to be so concerned about it for such a long time. But it was my issue. And, I used to project negative energy because I was carrying that issue around. And, that's just one example. Of course, I've got lots of very serious examples too about things I didn't like about myself, and I've had to really work so hard with my coaches to process those things, and I share them sometimes in my group. If you're not in it, you can join. It's in the show notes. But the point is that we're all on our own journey, and your journey could be so, so, so more abundant, enjoyable, happy, fulfilled when you get to a point where you're able to accept yourself for who you are, the good and the things that you want to change, and you just go from there. So, every day I'm in the process of becoming my true self, every single day. And when you say that you're in the process, it's helpful because your subconscious mind can get on board with that. Anyway, I will let you go. Thank you so much for listening. Please leave me a comment or leave this a review on iTunes and let me know what part really resonated with you the most. And I'll look forward to talking with you soon. Bye, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening. Take steps now to manifest the life you want by checking out the show notes. If you've loved this episode, leave a review on iTunes. Here's to manifesting change.